Welcome to the Coloring Oasis. I'm here to show you what I have prepared, picked, and sort of plotted what I'm going to color for this upcoming month of September 2022. Every month I like to pick about 15 pictures. The last 2 months I primarily have been really into these Etsy printables. However, I have a ton of new coloring books I've never colored in. So I'm only going to do a few printables, and I have a ton of books with pages I've chosen that I am going to try to commit to color. Now, that being said, keep an eye out. I'm going to try to upload later today or tomorrow my what I colored in August 2022 video, and there are some super neat, pretty, interesting printables, at least a dozen of them that I did this month. I used everything from stickles to pencils to acrylic to paint. I had a couple of flops. I did something in my Golden Girls book. I did a lot of neat stuff, and including some from Deborah Muller's new Gothic Charm School, some free printables. So check that out, and it'll be the first time I'll have used pan pastels, and I did pan pastels for several of my backgrounds, and I love them so much. So wait until you see that. But for starters, I did choose, because I can't help it, because I love my printables, and I have this gorgeous paper, this Nina paper, that does so well with the Etsy printables. So I did choose this really pretty one. That's more of a recent upload by Lana Green. I guess this Flower Girl. And I don't remember the name of it. This one I think I had plotted out to do last month, and I just didn't get around to it. So I plan on still doing this. I think this is, it's either Mariella Budek or Lana Green, and I don't remember. But if I find it, I'll link the Etsy principal below. I just wanted to practice doing some hair. I actually haven't recorded my what I colored in August 22 video. I'm going to do that later tonight. So if I get a chance, I might just kind of pump this one out. Otherwise, you'll see it next month. And of course, I chose two from Deborah Muller's new Gothic Charm School because I love them. I'm going to do this one as a coloring tutorial or color along. Maybe with like Sharpies and Prismacolor pencils or something like that. So keep an eye out for that. So I'm very excited about this. I have a color palette chosen for this one. It has some beautiful rose, some grays, roses, and blacks. Different kinds of shades of pink and black and gray. So that's going to be really pretty as well. So those are the printables I chose compared to what you'll see I already colored, a giant pile of printables. I've had this one since it came out, Deborah Muller's Artsy Girls, and I've never colored in it. She's one of my favorite artists. I just haven't had a chance. So I did choose a picture I'm going to finally do in this one, which is, of course, the Coloring Girl picture. And, you know, I assume these are Amazon paper. And whereas this one I printed on my nice kind of Nina paper, this one looks more white, blinding. This one has a little more soft white, and it's thicker. I do prefer the printables, but I want to be able to like finish all her coloring books and keep them. So I'm always torn between buying the books and doing the books or doing the printables. But anyway, I am going to color this one, and I'm really excited about that. I have a vision, a red-haired vision for her. So this is a newer book, and I have not colored in it. This is Time of Wonders by Tyson Art. There was an Etsy shop for Tyson, and I don't know if they're the same images. I don't think so, but it's a beautiful book. I've never done a flip through of it, but I chose for that this really sweet one. It's kind of Easter themed, and this is a beautiful kind of a soft grayscale with softer lines, and it kind of has like a baby look and a vintage look. I really like it. So I'm actually going to try one of my brand new colored pencil sets I've never used by Derwent. I actually have the Color Soft and the Chroma Flow. I've never tried either, and I'm going to try them on this picture, one of them. So we shall see. Okay. This I found on a YouTube channel that was recommended. It's called Bloom Anime Flower Girls for Stress Relief by Ina Bellino. It's a beautiful book, and I chose for that this one. So it's mostly portraits in this book, but I love her butterfly earrings. She has the clovers on her dress. The butterfly is like a brooch. Very simple portraits. You can do some nice distressed ink in the background. So we're going to give that one a go. It was really hard to choose. There's some beautiful portraits in this book. If you see any books you'd like a flip through of, let me know. I'm going to be doing a picture in the Enchanting World coloring book by Joanna Spiri. I got this in one of my coloring supply hauls I did a video of not that long ago. There's 25 images times 2, so 50. And I don't generally prefer books that have duplicates, but that's okay. And again, this is another one of those beautiful ones that has that soft baby vintage looking grayscale. It's very gentle and soft. Simple, like simple pictures, but you can make them really beautiful, and they're kind of like retro looking, like something you'd see on a children's book in the 1940s. So I'm going to do a beautiful, probably a pink and purple pony with all kinds of pinks and purples and reds and the hearts, and maybe like a kind of a rainbow sky, something like that I have envisioned for this one. But I love this book. Love it. Super cute. All right, I have quite a coloring list. Well, let's see if we can get through them all this month. I think I did choose 15. This is Floral Fairies by Dover, by Carol Ann Craig. These are kind of like, almost like stained glass pictures. They're really cool. And so I'm going to try to do this one. It's very simple portrait, very kind of, you know, a plain girl, and give her some beautiful features. I'm going to practice some of my new skin tones on there, Easter lily, and do all these beautiful lilies. So that will be, you know, I've been trying to practice with more portraits and skin tones because I have so many different skin tone markers and pencils and that I have to kind of master. Oh my gosh, this I'm so excited for. This is the most beautiful book ever. It's brand new. I really love it. Haven't done a flip through of this, The Fantastic World of the Brothers Grimm by Forrest Diver, but I love this book. Julia Rivers selection, but it's so gorgeous, and I love fantasies, fairy tales, sort of Arthurian legend picture. So I'm going to do Rapunzel. She's in this kind of brick. I'm going to do probably red brick because it'll look prettier than gray brick. And just this hair that's so gorgeous with all these different leaves and all kinds of shades of green. So that's going to be so neat. And it has the classics. It has like a Cinderella in it. I think it has a Mermaid, Red Riding Hood. There's another one, Rapunzel. It has like, it has Snow White in here. So I should do a flip through this book because it's amazing. Okay. This one's going to be super fun and different, not something I would normally do. This is Galaxy Queen by Coco Wyo, and I just think the cover is so cool. I love this cover. If you don't mind the reflection from my light. It's just kind of like so bright and flashy, and these look kind of like pinup vintage to me for some reason. I really like them. I don't love the Coco Wyo paper or the books, the black backside paper, but I do like this book. I've never done a picture in it. And I'm going to do this one. So again, a lot of skin here. So I got to be careful not to use my Copic skin tone markers because it's just going to suck it all up. I'm going to have to use pencils. And I hate doing pencils for skin tone because it takes forever. But I'm probably going to, I might do a hot red outfit. Maybe with some turquoise in it. Something like that. So this is a really fun book, The Galaxy Queen. some really cool space images, a lot of portraits. There were a lot in here that are more complicated, but for the books I chose for this month, I'm going with simple ones because I want to be able to do more of them to make some movement in some of these books I have. I'm going to do a picture in Jade Summer's Country Summer because I never did a summer picture, and so it's, you know, the end of summer, and so I'll probably do this early on. And ironically, this is the one I'm going to do, the berries, because I love my berries, and I love this, and I think that this is going to be good. I'm going to practice a new set of pencils on these, I think. Although I have several new sets of markers too. But like fruit like this is a great way to practice blending and shading with pencils. And so I have the Caran d'Ache Luminance I haven't used yet. That was sent to me for my birthday back in June. So I'm thinking of using those. I just don't know. Like I might do marker and pencil, but I just think it's going to be really pretty. I wonder, like on here, these are all digitally colored, but I assume, maybe not. But anyway, you can see the highlighting and the shading on the blueberries. I did I don't know, I think I did a review like 3 weeks ago, and I don't remember if I posted it now. It had a few different coloring book flip-throughs in it, and one of them was this animal woodcut designs, or it was like either that or it was like a product, a haul. I don't remember, but anyway, I was talking all about this book, and I'll look again. If I find it and I didn't post it, then I'll post it. But these are woodcut designs, and I decided, like I said in that video, I'm going to show you, I'll do a picture and show you. And woodcut designs are really interesting. They are entirely like black. There's a ton of black on the page, which looks kind of off-putting, like, and too dark, but they really do look cool when they're done. And let me show you, there's one on the back cover too. So I really, you know, I've been all about trying new things the last month or two. I'm going to give a shot at these flamingos. I think with tons of really bright pinks, bright and baby pinks, some really pretty blue waters, it's going to look really nice, but we'll see. This is totally different than something I would ever do before. I did do a whole flip through in that book, that video. So keep an eye out for that. Lastly, or almost lastly, I'm going to do a page in this book I'm obsessed with, Zen Doodle Coloring's Mermaids in Paradise artist coloring book. It's such a gorgeous, large, heavy book with thick paper, very whimsical. Reminds me a little bit of Deborah Muller, but a little bit more quirky than that. It's by Denise Cleet, and I'm going to do this one. Which has, you know, this kind of canoe rowboat and this kind of chillin', kind of whimsical mermaid, and the palm tree leaves for the umbrella, and this cute little bird that reminds me of the parrot in The Lion King, Zazu. And I think this will be fun, and I like all the white in this because I want to practice some more of my backgrounds. I have some distressed ink sets I haven't tried yet, and this might be a good one to try that on. So I'm always afraid to try something new though on a page that I really want to do, because if it messes up, well, then you're stuck with it. But I'm really excited to do this one. Nice thick paper, single-sided, such a cute book. And just the little pig reminds me of the pig in Moana. So I feel like there's some Disney elements to this book. Very sassy, kind of a fun mermaid book. A lot of white space, but if you want to practice backgrounds, this is a good book because a lot of the pages have a ton of white space in this book. Not all, but a lot. And I'm not committing to a particular page, but I do want to do a few pages in this. I showed in my 3-part mini pocket-sized coloring book collection, a video I just did, you know, a few days back. You can look at my video list. They'll be somewhere towards the top. There's a part 1, 2, and 3. But I said I was going to use this book, the Hannah Lynn's mini book, to mostly for the close-up faces, to use this as like a log of skin tone combinations I like. So for example, I'm going to color a ton of faces, maybe not even the whole picture, just the faces, and then I'll come back and do the pictures later. I'm going to write on the back with a pen what I used. Like I have a Koh-i-Noor, a Black Widow skin tone pencils that I've never used. I have a Neuveau skin tones I haven't used. I have my normal Copic marker skin tones. I have Prismacolor skin tones. I have so many different skin tone sets and even some cheapy ones. And it's overwhelming, and there's so many colors to know what blends with what, and you have to do trial and error. And I've always been afraid to do trial and error with my skin tones because I'm afraid it'll mess up when you're trying out a skin combination, and it can ruin your whole beautiful picture. So I figured this book is like $5, and if I ruin some, that's okay, because it's just like a face and hair, you know, it's not a big deal. And I'm just going to go right in and do the faces. I'll write down what I use, especially for ones I like. And this is going to be my little skin tone guide. So if I fill the whole thing with different skin tone combinations, you know, what I use and, you know, what colors, what brand, what medium. And then whenever I have a portrait or something like in that Blooms book or whatever, I can grab this and look for a skin tone combo that I like, because it's so hard to get them all straight and remember. And, you know, I think I have the Arteza skin tone set. There must be like 50 skin tone colors, and it's just so overwhelming. There's so many, and it's hard to know what's going to blend with what. And I've never really gotten down to you can swatch them out, but you just can't tell until you blend them and try to do a face. So this is going to be my experimental skin tone book, and it's not an expensive one to get another one if I mess them all up and I want to color it just the right way. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. And I can't guarantee I'm going to get through all of these, but I do spend about 4 hours a day on my art, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. So it's plausible, and I don't just use colored pencil. Colored pencil takes forever. Like, I can do generally a picture every 3 days when I'm using, you know, markers, pens, or a combination. But if I just do a pencil picture, it takes longer, as you probably will know, and I have hand damage. So I have to lighten up my pencil use, so I won't do that many all in pencil. And that's how I can get through them faster. Okay, please keep an eye out for my What I Colored in August 2022 video, because there's some gorgeous pictures, if I do say so myself, and you don't want to miss that. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so you don't miss any future previews and or completed coloring pages or new coloring book flip-throughs or product reviews. And I hope you all have a great day.